But looking at other stories that we have in the nation.
All right, and we have on page 4, NASA chief cannot dictate terms for poll, says President Uhuru Kenyatta. So this again, a conversation continuing over the stalemate with regard to the 26th repeat election. And the legal basis for Jubilee really, and analysts who've been looking at this is there seems to be consistency from the opposition's distrust of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Understandably, looking at history, but there seems to be no legal consistency with the position they're taking now to boycott the polls, because many are arguing if it's about consolidating democracy, they went to the Supreme Court, petitioned this election, won the case. Why then are they not following constitutional channels? If they wanted reforms within the IEBC, has there been a case lodged within, in the courts of the same? If they had, issues with the irreducible minimums, have they been filed in terms of a petition presented to the court? So again, this really coming up.
Yes, and there's also the argument that they're not going as per the prescription of the Supreme Court ruling to the letter, because according to the Supreme Court ruling was IEBC still remains the arbiter, and legally, constitutionally, they are the only arbiter who can take us through the election. Secondly, it was there needs to be a repeat election. So for them to have accepted the Supreme Court ruling, which was in their favor, as the petitioner then follow it to the end. But again, of course, from NASA's perspective, they say that there is no point in going into an election when it has already been pre-rigged, because those are some of the accusations that they're making against Jubilee, that with Ezra Chiloba there and some of the officials or commissioners who they have demanded to be out of office, then they say they are allied to Jubilee, and as a result, it will be going into a race when you're going to lose.
All right, so that's why, a lot of people are moving to the Supreme Court for interpretation. Many also saying that it's time for Attorney General Githu Muigai to come out and give the country direction, just as he did when it came to the temporary powers of incumbency for President Uhuru Kenyatta. So,